and 76 degrees in Milwaukee. I'm Neil Doyle, Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time 6:07.
Your need-to-know cultural snapshot of Wisconsin and beyond. This is What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee. A deep dive into all things intriguing, riveting, and entertaining. Now, here's your host, Sandy Maxx.
Thank you for joining me for What's on Tap, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee. 2 hours of culture and creativity, free hamburgers, and some flooding updates. It's affected a lot of people in our community, and we're going to get some updates. And I'm very happy to roll out the red carpet. Live in the WTMJ studio with me, I have some special guests. Milwaukee County Federated Library System's Deb Merritt is going to join me with an update on funding for libraries. And also, Deb is an artist herself, so we'll find out what's going on in her artistic journey. Also going to roll out the red carpet. We're just talking about flooding updates. Ellen and Joe Chakota, Executive Director of Milwaukee Repertory Theater, Chad Bauman, will join me. And I don't know if you saw the pictures and the videos. Their Wauwatosa production facility that houses a lot of theater sets, props, costumes for the Milwaukee Rep was part of the Wauwatosa flooding. And it has been devastating. And we're going to get an update on what exactly the damage has been to this Rep production facility and what's the progress forward, because, you know, they're poised to kick off their next season of productions, including A Christmas Carol. And a lot of the set design that was in that Wauwatosa production facility was housed there. So I'm very excited to talk with Chad. Glad he's going to share his story. And also find out about the free music summer program called It's Alive Milwaukee from the Pabst Theater Group's Gary Witt and Amber Solheim. And I know baseball is on the brain on a lot of people. Even with the Milwaukee Brewers having an off day, still people thinking about baseball. When and where can you get your free hamburgers? At George Webb Restaurants? I'll tell you in less than 2 minutes. Plus, the Bob Uecker Tribute Game, August 24th at American Family Field. Details were released today on what to expect if you're going and how many tickets are available. And there is an artful, accessible celebration at the Cactus Club in Bayview next Wednesday that I want to share with you. It is the end of a long journey that includes Jack White, a musician who's about to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame with his duo, The White Stripes. So I'll get you that update, and I'd call that an invitation. Find out more at 7:35 about the Cactus Club. And before 8, you have the chance to win free tickets to the unique, impressive event, Morgan Freeman's Symphonic Experience. Yes, actor Morgan Freeman, Academy Award-winning actor Morgan Freeman, will be on stage as your tour guide through blues music performed by the Milwaukee Symphony Orchestra. So your chance to win in the 7 o'clock hour, but I did promise a burger update. Tell your friends, put on your best Brewers gear, and get ready to enjoy a George Webb hamburger. Maybe when I say your best Brewers gear or your best burger gear, because if you were listening to the broadcast yesterday when we were live at Milwaukee Night Market,
I'm Hamburger Man!
Hamburger Man came to visit me, a fella with 3 other buddies, all dressed up in Brewers gear, but he truly had on like this big felt kind of sandwich board costume that was a sesame seed bun and lettuce and burgers, and he was very entertaining, and he's excited about the burgers for sure.
Burgers!
So Wednesday, August 20th, that is your day, between 2 and 6 p.m. at all 23 George Webb locations throughout Wisconsin. You show up. It's probably going to be a line because we've been waiting for a bit for this. You can get your free hamburger. That's Wednesday, the 20th, in the afternoon from 2 to 6. Now, if you're like, I can't do that. I've got work. I got to pick up the kid, whatever it is. Tomorrow, starting tomorrow, at your favorite George Webb location, you can get a voucher so you can get a burger at your convenience. So I do want to know on the Sighting Unlimited WTMJ Talk and Text line, 855-616-1620, will you be going to get a voucher or a burger? Are you as excited about this as so many people here at Good Karma Brand seem to be? Love to know, because this is only the 3rd time that George Webb restaurants have done this. So this is a special occasion to get a juicy burger and share the camaraderie with fellow baseball fans. And if you're wondering if there's a George Webb near you, oh, there are 23. I'll rattle them off in alphabetical order. Brookfield, Cedarburg, Franklin, Germantown, Greenfield, Hales Corners, of course, a few in Milwaukee, New Berlin, Economowoc, Peshtigo, Racine, Waukesha, Wauwatosa, West Dallas, and West Bend. So will you be going to get a voucher or a burger? 855-616-1620. Love to know throughout the show if you're going to get in on this, because the last time it happened, friends, October of 2018, 90,000 burgers were served and 100,000 free burger vouchers were given out. So I would say don't miss out on this, a fun cultural opportunity to jump on that Brewers bandwagon and get a free burger at George Webb. And next, discover a world of unlimited access to learning, resources, and fun for all ages at Milwaukee County's 27 completely free libraries. We will be joined by library lady Deb Merritt of the Milwaukee County Federated Library System to discuss more in a spotlight interview next on What's on Tap.
Back to school means back to savings with Exterior Pros and Baths. Right now, get $3,000 off your roofing, your siding, your windows, or your bath project during the fall savings event. Don't wait. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com to claim your $3,000 savings and book your free estimate. Exterior Pros and Baths, Wisconsin's trusted home improvement experts. Trust the pros.
If you want thick, healthy, gorgeous hair, then you need Hair Volume from New Nordic. Available online at Amazon and NewNordicUSA.com or in the hair care aisle at your local CVS.
Alleviate your pain, rejuvenate your life.
Rejuvenex.com.
So, Alex, why don't you tell us about Lion's Tail?
We've been brewing for 10 years, and now we're busy expanding into Milwaukee, trying to get on every shelf of every store and on tap at every restaurant.
How has Horicon Bank been a part of your story?
Horicon Bank understands the needs of small businesses versus working with a big bank. Horicon, they're much like a small business, just like we are. I know most of the people on that team. It's nice working with someone that understands your business.
You're listening to What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx on WTMJ.
Welcome to this Spotlight interview. It is truly my pleasure to welcome back to the show Milwaukee County Federated Library System Public Information Coordinator Deb Merritt. Welcome back.
Thank you so much.
And Deb, you have enlightened us in the past about unexpected items one can borrow from the Milwaukee County libraries, including power tools.
Yes, sir.
And a wealth of free online courses to learn everything from business to languages. So today, what knowledge do you have to drop on us?
Yeah, today we're going to talk about all the things you can do at the library that have nothing to do with books. How about that?
Beyond books. But I'd love an update on what has happened with the funding for the library system recently.
Right. So we have been talking for a few months now about an executive order that was signed in March that called for removing the federal agency that provides funding for libraries and museums. And there's been a lot of work being done behind the scenes to try to combat that. So just as a quick update, that is actually not dead. It's not dead yet. So there was just a Senate subcommittee meeting and vote. And in that meeting, they voted for fully funding the agency, restoring the staff that has been removed, pretty much putting everything back the way it was. And that passed with a vote in the Senate of 26-3. So our message through all of this is that libraries are bipartisan. This is not a political issue. Everybody understands the importance of the libraries. So we're very heartened by that. The fat lady has not sung yet. It's got a ways to go. The final vote in full Congress will be at the end of September, and then we'll see. So we just want to remind people out there is still time to raise your voice and contact your your federal elected officials and let them know if the library is important to you, your family, and your community.
Gosh, that's just about 6 weeks away. What's the best way to get more information and reach out to those decision makers?
At this point, you can go to their website, which is just congress.gov. And that will help you look up who your congresspeople are, because we don't always know, and how to contact them. So there will be a phone number and there will be an email address, and whichever way you are comfortable with contacting them, we would really greatly appreciate that.
I feel like, especially with back to school time coming around, but just lifelong learning, the libraries are such a resource, and also with everyone very concerned about economics and watching our budgets and that sort of thing. Boy, this is one of the best free ways to be entertained and enlightened and the libraries are even more than books. They're gathering places. So what are some of the
community
things you think maybe
centers.
people are missing out on the library? And if they went away because of an executive order, what would we be missing?
Right. Well, like you said, really the library is the last free public space that we've got in our society, where you can just go and be there and hang out. You don't have to pay anything. You don't have to buy anything.
You're not considered loitering, just going and sitting
No, we
down,
want you to
flipping through a
come,
magazine or reading a book or browsing
Stay
on
for
a
the day,
computer. Yeah.
Yeah, stay for the day. We've got, we are always cooling and warming centers. So in extreme weather like we've had lately, we've had a lot of people coming in just to get out of the heat. But then when you come to the library, what people don't always realize is there is a ton of things to do. You don't have to sit there and read and be quiet. So I brought some examples today, if I can give you a couple of them.
Well, sure. You got 23 libraries. I'm sure there's
we have actually 27.
27
Yeah, we
libraries.
do. We
And I'm
do.
sure that everyone who works at the library just loves it. You know what I mean?
Oh,
These are
yeah.
those, it's really dedicated staff that love being at libraries. So they're probably helping come up with some of these programs. So
Absolutely.
share with me what kind of programming is coming up the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, I just pulled a couple of random things, and I'm just trying to hit all ages. So we've got from things like an art cart at Brown Deer Library where kids can just come and grab and go a little craft kit where they can take it home and make something. At the Cudahy Library on Tuesday, August 26th, there's an outdoor concert of Kentucky bluegrass music. In Franklin, on Saturdays, starting in September, they're running an ESL class, English as a second language. They're also doing chair yoga on Saturdays.
Nice.
So, yeah, at Greenfield, there's a DIY terrarium workshop on Wednesday, the 20th. At two of our libraries, St. Francis and Wauwatosa, they have a program where kids can come and read to a therapy dog, and they do that every week. And at West Allis, there's an intro to illustration class where you can learn how to draw.
You got me excited about the Read
It's
to a
amazing.
Therapy Dog because
Yeah.
that has been statistically proven that improves literacy.
Oh, absolutely. And I've actually done that. I actually have a therapy dog, and I've done that at the library. And it's amazing because the kids kind of loosen up because it's the dog, and that's kind of the idea, is that it's not intimidating because everyone's not staring at the kid. Everyone's looking at the dog and petting the dog. And the kid will just sit and read. And the therapy dogs are trained to be very calm and very, just like it's their job to get petted, basically.
And
so
dogs
the
are
kids love
patient.
it.
They're going to wait for you to
Yeah,
pronounce
they
the
do.
word correctly.
They do.
It's
It's
okay.
actually what I've experienced also is it's actually great for the kids to learn not to be afraid of a dog.
I hadn't
That's a
thought
kinda
of that
little
part.
side benefit.
But yeah, the tactile part of that is
Right.
great. You can learn more about all the Milwaukee County Federated Library System's free offerings at their website, mcfls.org.
Can I give you a really easier one than that?
Sure.
Findmylibrary.org.
There you go. Findmylibrary.org. And again, for people who heard you start this conversation with, hey, everybody's, kind of navigating new funding with executive orders.
Mm-hmm.
What is that website to get behind the library system and let our federal officials know that we want to see funding continue for this great access?
Right. You're just going to go to congress.gov, and there will be a quick form for you to help you find who your congresspeople are and then really easy ways to contact them.
And what's the last book you checked out at the library?
Ooh, I'm reading a book right now called The Little Bookshop in Provence, and it's set in France, and let's all just run away, I think. So love it. Yeah.
Library Lady Deb Merritt. You're also a talented artist who specializes in painting. Would you like to stay and update us on your artistic journey so far?
I'd love that. Thank you.
Thank you for all that you do to spread the good word of the libraries and truly enlighten those of us. I love a library, but I have learned so much from you since getting to know you. Like I said, borrowing power tools and button makers and bubble machines.
Exactly.
To learning another language on online classes. So thank you for all that you're doing to get the community engaged.
Thank you.
If you have any questions for Deb about libraries or art, the Citing Unlimited WTMJ Talk and Text line is 855-616-1620.
Learn more about all of Milwaukee County Federated Library System's free offerings at mcfls.org.
Why settle for just a job when you can have a career in the exciting automobile industry? The Auto Dealers Association of Mega Milwaukee new car dealer members have service technicians, sales, administrative, and management positions available now. The first word in career is car, and one of the best places to find a great career opportunity is at an Adam member new car dealer.
For current great paying job opportunities, visit adam.com/jobs. That's ADAMM.com/jobs.
If you're feeling vibrations in your steering wheel after reaching speeds of over 50 miles per hour, you should bring it into Richlands and let us fix it for you.
If your brakes are making weird noises or feel strange every time you apply them, you should bring it into Richlands and let us fix it for you.
If your engine light is on, you should bring it to Richlands.
And let us fix it for you, because there isn't an auto service repair job on the planet that our service techs can't fix.
Courtney's right. Just check out some of our Google reviews. A whole lot of stars means a whole lot of happy customers.
Proof's in the pudding, so whether you need factory scheduled maintenance
or tires, brakes, and suspension service, we've got your back.
5 conveniently located facilities, all AAA approved,
and all staffed by ASE certified technicians. I'm Brett Matchke, and the next time you're due for service,
bring it into Richlands and let us fix it for you.
Richlands Tire and Service, such a refreshing change. Richlands.
Not so fun fact. A recent study showed that only 40% of managers have annual check-ins with their direct reports. Not good, especially when today's younger workers crave development and growth. But the LAK Group has a new tool called Coaching on Demand. This cutting-edge platform connects leaders and professionals with certified coaches and seamlessly integrates AI into their development journey, all on their schedule. Learn more at transformingcareers.com. LAK, discover your human advantage. When we're out in your town, come say hi as we broadcast live from the Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin mobile studio.
Anytime you hear us when we're on the road, you can find us live from our brand new mobile studio.
Whether it be Summerfest, EAA, Opening Day, Air and Water Show, wherever we may be.
You can see us on the radio, live from the Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin mobile studio.
We are Wisconsin's radio station.
We are Wisconsin's radio station.
We are Wisconsin's radio station.
News Radio 620 WTMJ. This is What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx.
Welcome back to What's on Tap, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee. Handcrafted, homegrown, world-class. Discover more at visitmilwaukee.org. And Deb Merritt is an artist. That is how I met Deb in the first place. We did a spotlight, we did a feature on you on the arts page on Milwaukee PBS. And that's how I first got to know you before you started becoming what I'll charmingly, lovingly call you the library lady.
I'm good with that.
But you're great at spreading the great word about the benefit of libraries in Milwaukee County Federated Library System. And taking questions on the Citing Unlimited, WTMJ Talk and text line. And just glad to know that people love their libraries.
They do.
And they love their libraries so much. How has the weather affected any of our Milwaukee County libraries?
They were affected. A couple were without power for a little bit. They're mostly back, but we actually have 2 library locations that are closed indefinitely, and that's the Bayview branch of MPL and the Villard Street branch of MPL. We will keep everybody posted as we go, but so far they really just don't know when they're going to be able to open back up again.
Oh, I'm crushed. The Bayview is so bright.
I know.
Lots of glass walls and windows. Oh, yeah. I'm so sorry. I find it silly that I'm surprised that there would have been any damage when you have 37 libraries. I keep getting the number.
It's okay.
27.
Keep adding it.
Exactly. That's the wish list. But with 27 libraries around the country.
And they're all spread around.
Now I'm saying the country. With 27 libraries in Milwaukee County. There, I got it right. And speaking of libraries, producer Brian Kelly piped in because he sees the benefits of libraries.
Yeah, last time you were on, you talked about Level Up Learning, and I went to Level Up Learning, and I'm taking a computer class. I'm going to be getting my certification in CompTIA A+.
That is so great.
I have a lot of the skills already, but this will be a formal training of those specific skills, and I can actually, use it to maybe have some more computer
knowledge
skills,
job.
computer knowledge.
But you
jobs,
mentioned certification. I mean, that's important.
Yeah, you can actually get certification through some of those courses.
That's fantastic. I can't wait. I'm excited about it.
I can tell
great.
Brian
Thanks
and
for
his
sharing
lifelong learning, and then he can be our our IT fella. He can continue to help us with our technology. So moving from technology into art, Deb, what is the latest part of your journey? Because when I met you, and I know artists evolve a lot, you were painting, and particularly painting portraits. What are you excited about now in the painting world?
I do still a lot of portraits. I still do. Mostly my own creative work right now. I'm turning more towards what we call figurative art, which is still people, but we place them in an environment. It tends to be more narrative, telling a story, things like that, which I really have a lot of fun with. So my most recent painting actually was from a trip I took last summer to the Art Institute in Chicago. And I kind of slunk around the rooms that day and took pictures of people looking at the art. And so the painting that I just did is of two very modernly dressed young women looking at a 15th century painting of a woman, and the painting is called Juxtaposed because they're in their mini skirts and their green hair, and she's in the big, huge, long sleeve, long dress, and it's kind of fun. So that's the kind of thing that I'm really enjoying doing. I'm also starting to do quite a bit of teaching, actually, as well.
What inspires you to teach?
I have often taught things all my life, things that I've been done and enjoyed and wanted to share with people. So it's something that I love to do, and it gives me a chance to just share all the knowledge that I have worked so hard all these years to collect myself.
What's your next class?
I'm going to be teaching a class on September 2021. That's a Saturday, Sunday, at Shake Rag Alley in Mineral Point. And the class is called Creating a Watercolor Travel Journal. And it's going to be just helping people get familiar and comfortable with working with watercolor paints and some sketching, because we all have hundreds and hundreds of pictures on our phones of trips we've taken, and then we do nothing with them, right? So this is kind of like making your own handmade special scrapbook, so it becomes a memoir book of your travels.
Wow. And it certainly, that hand to brain connects it even more with that memory.
It makes it so much more solidified in your brain, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
What is the best way to follow you and your art, Deb?
My website is my name, Deb, and I'm going to spell my last name for you. It's Marett, so it's debmerritt.com.
Thank you for sharing your creativity with us, and continued success to you with the library system. Again, to help make sure that our legislators know to support the libraries. Congress.gov,
yes, ma'am,
is the website to go to let your congressperson know to supporting libraries.
Exactly. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Deb. And with all the wet, stormy weather last weekend, a lot of homes, businesses lost power. They were damaged, even destroyed. Well, my next guest will share how the Milwaukee Repertory Theater fared in last weekend's flooding. Stay with me for a conversation and updates from the Ellen and Joe Chakota, Executive Director of Milwaukee Repertory Theater. Chad Bauman is next. First, we go to the WTMJ Breaking News Center. Here's Neil Doyle.
Thanks, Sandy. One person in the hospital after a car crashes into a Milwaukee County Transit bus. It happened just after 8 o'clock this morning near 6th Street and Wisconsin Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. A car ran a red light and hit the right side of the bus, pushing it into traffic where it then hit a van. The driver of the van was taken to the hospital for their injuries. The driver of the first car was given a citation. Two deadly shootings just hours apart on Milwaukee's north side. The first happened just after 4:30 p.m. Wednesday near 46th and Clark. A 23-year-old died from gunshot injuries, which police are calling a homicide. Then 3 hours later, another 23-year-old was shot and killed just blocks away near 42nd and Hope. The suspects in both shootings remain at large. And mark your calendars for next Wednesday, August 20th. That's going to be the day you can officially get your free burger from George Webb Restaurants to celebrate the Brewers' 12-game win streak. The giveaway will be available from 2 to 6 p.m. at all 23 of the George Webb's locations. For those who don't want to wait in line the day of the giveaway, you can get a voucher for a free burger starting this Friday. The giveaway has only happened 2 other times in 1987 and 2018. Let's take a look at the roads, your WTMJ Time Saver traffic. You're on the brakes on I-43 southbound. That's between Hampton and Canal Street. Bit slow as well. 94 eastbound starting at 84th through the Stadium interchange. Backups on 41 southbound between Good Hope and Hampton. And also a report of a disabled vehicle right on the ramp from Wisconsin 175 south to I-94 east. Time for your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Flood warnings still in effect for Waukesha County until Saturday and Kenosha County until Sunday. Tonight will be mainly clear, a low of 65 degrees. Tomorrow, sunny and warmer, a high of 84. As we get into the weekend, Saturday, partly cloudy, warm, humid. We'll see rain and storm chances, a high of 88. Sunday, pretty much the same. Cloudy, warm, and humid. We could see some storms, a high of 85. Then as we get into early next week, Monday, some chances for showers, but will be partly sunny, a high of 82. And then still some rain chances Tuesday with a high of 80 degrees. Right now, it's 77 in Green Bay, 75 degrees in Kenosha, and it's 76 in Milwaukee. I'm Neil Doyle, Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 6:33.
A cancer diagnosis shouldn't mean we can't make plans. It shouldn't mean living without joy or optimism. Cancer shouldn't be calling the shots. At the Fredert and the Medical College of Wisconsin Cancer Network, we're pushing to put cancer in its place by pulling together teams of leading specialists and researchers who work tirelessly for breakthroughs, who are developing innovative ways to treat every cancer, to treat your cancer. And by providing the largest cancer clinical trials treatment program in Wisconsin, so there are more treatment options and more reasons to be hopeful. So let's keep innovating. Let's keep discovering. Let's push to make every cancer diagnosis a story of survivorship and bring back the lightness of life that cancer takes away. To learn more about breakthrough cancer care, visit fredert.com/cancer.
My gut tells me that this summer heat's gonna last, and that means your AC's gonna be put through the paces. Now we all know that AC can take a licking and keep on ticking, especially if it's an Armstrong. But when yours needs to be put out to pasture, call Quality. With over 70 vehicles on the road, we'll be there in a hurry. And with over 60 years of experience, how can you go wrong?
Call Quality for the signature service you deserve.
Call Quality. Heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric. I don't have to tell you that a lot of dust and other junk collects in your ductwork. And it doesn't just sit there. It's blowing around in your home. And that jeopardizes your home health. The commercial industrial duct cleaning system we use at Quality darn near sucked the shirt right off our tech the first time he used it. Believe me, not everybody has this powerful of a system. It's unlike any other. At Quality, you get the best duct cleaning, period. So call Quality first for your duct cleaning needs.
For the signature service you deserve.
As host of the Fix-It Show, I've talked to countless homeowners worried about musty basements, water seepage, and foundation cracks. And my answer is always the same. Call Accurate Basement Repair. They're not just Wisconsin's #1 rated foundation and waterproofing team. They deliver real peace of mind. I've recommended them for years because I know the quality of their work. And more importantly, the integrity behind it.
Wow, we're grateful for that trust, David. Every home we restore, we treat like our own. And that's what Accurate is all about.
They're not just good, they're accurate.
What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx is back on WTMJ.
Welcome back to What's on Tap. I am Sandy Maxx, and I know almost all of us experienced some version of the wet weather. We can tell you where we were on Saturday night when the storms came rolling through, and a lot of us can tell you how they've spent their past week, whether it's been digging out of a basement or throwing away stuff in the refrigerator because you lost power. But I have a guest who has really experienced the floods to an epic proportion. And I would like to please ask everyone to welcome the Ellen and Joe Chakota Executive Director of Milwaukee Repertory Theater, Chad Bauman, to What's on Tap. How are you, Chad?
I'm a little tired right now, but thank you for having me.
My pleasure. Now, I just gave you like that one-armed hug. You're like, oh, I don't think you want to do that because you have been in flood mode and cleaning up mode ever since the rain came on Saturday night, I take it.
That's right. The first time that we had heard that there might be a problem, I got a call at 6 a.m. on Sunday.
Really?
Yes.
Who gives you a call from the Wauwatosa production facility? How does that information get conveyed to you bright and early on Sunday morning?
Yeah, we had a security alarm trip at 4:30 in the morning. It notified our director of production, and police were dispatched. We thought we had a break-in, and once they arrived, they found 4 feet of water in our facility.
Oh, and that was Sunday morning at 6. That was 4 feet of water. And where exactly is your Wauwatosa production facility?
We're right along the railroad at 1300 Glenview.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So right close to the river.
Yeah, it's close to the river, but we've never had challenges before like this, or nothing to this scale, but it is close enough that obviously it impacted us heavily this time.
And how long have you had that facility, and what goes in there?
Yeah, this particular facility was brand new. We built it a year ago, and it was a multi-million-dollar brand new production facility, 30,000 square feet.
And what goes into this production facility?
So our scene shops, our paint shops, all of our storage, prop storage, costume storage, set storage. We also had equipment from our downtown theater facility as we complete construction there. So as you can imagine, hundreds and thousands of lights equipment, sound equipment, anything from vintage, irreplaceable props and set pieces from the 1950s all the way up to, tiny little newspaper things that we would use as props as well. So we had 75,000 unique pieces just in props that was in that storage facility.
And I look at you as an executive director. I'm like, okay, someone has to inventory all of that. So you're overseeing all of that. And as you oversee the renovation of the historical building downtown, that's going to be all unveiled in October, hopefully as planned. We'll discuss that. You had to have the foresight to have this production facility built. You've been doing a lot of planning and visionary things.
We built this a year in advance so that we would have the production capabilities in order to fill the stages in the new home that we're building. So unfortunately, this is a curveball that none of us could foresee. I mean, we prepare for a rainy day, but I think this is well beyond the normal rainy day.
You talk about preparing for a rainy day. This might be a tacky question, but did you have flood insurance at this facility?
Yeah, we were very well insured. We have $5 million worth of flood insurance. If you would have asked me 2 days ago, I would have said that would have been adequate. I think today we're figuring out as each day passes that we have many more damages than what we thought. And my guess is that we will actually exceed that limit. So even though we were insured, I think we're going to have a decent amount of loss.
You get the call at 6 in the morning, then you actually show up to the facility. What do you see? When did you get there on Sunday?
We could finally access the facility about 4 o'clock p.m. on Sunday because the river didn't crest until midday. You couldn't get to our facility. And to be quite honest, when we got there...
What's even that like? You're aching to get there. You're aching to know what's damaged.
Yeah, and We Energies couldn't get to our facility because they couldn't turn off power. They couldn't get to the facility itself. So it was unsafe for a while. I mean, you had, a lot of water and electricity. And then when we got there, we figured out real quickly that it wasn't just flood water, it was raw sewage.
Oh, no.
And that is a whole nother level of complication.
And disappointment, I could only imagine. I want to talk to you more about what's in there, what's been damaged. Of the 75,000, we won't go through the whole itemized list, but what has some of the impact been and what are the next step forward? So please stay with us. I'm going to get it right because this is very important. The Ellen and Joe Chakota, Executive Director of Milwaukee Repertory Theater, Chad Bauman, and discussing the aftermath of the flood at their Wauwatosa production facility. So stay with us here on What's on Tap on WTMJ.
John Mercure here for Serta Pro Painters. They painted the outside of our house. It was fantastic. I've got a big deck. They really had to navigate on 2 levels. The guys took their time. They paid attention to detail. They did it right around the deck. My whole house looks fantastic. Trim and siding. It's great. It's Serta Pro Painters. Schedule fills up fast, so now's the time to plan your project. Schedule your free estimate at CertaPro.com. That's Serta with a C for your home or business. Each Serta Pro Painters business is independently owned and operated. They are the best. They're Serta Pro Painters.
Hi, this is Rejuvenex founder Richard Salinas. And I'm a consumer just like you. And my ears perk up for pain relief messages just like you. But some of these ads...
Since I started taking this natural supplement, within weeks, my pain is completely gone.
I mean, come on. Give me a break. The truth is, there are imbalances in your body causing your pain. And there's physical therapy, which we are highly skilled at, that can improve imbalances. And there are alternative pain solutions. But not all of them are proven, safe, effective, or affordable. At Rejuvenex, the effectiveness of Toradol joined with hyaluronic acid has been proven. Our treatments are affordable, FDA approved, safe, and they're powerful medicines. They calm inflammation and cushion joints, and they can make your pain go away.
Alleviate your pain, rejuvenate your life.
Go to rejuvenex.com to request your free pain evaluation.
It's Debbie Lazaga for Comfort Awnings. This summer, I'm getting relief from the hot sun whenever I need it with my motorized retractable awning from Comfort Awnings. Sensors are also available that detect strong winds and rain to extend or retract your awning. They even protect against UV radiation so you can safely enjoy the outdoors all summer long. Family owned and located in Burlington, Comfort Awnings expertly installs custom awnings that fit your home and style. Right now, you can receive $200 off all awnings and screens. Call 414-AWNINGS or visit comfortawnings.com.
At Hazelden Betty Ford, treating mental health isn't just about breaking old patterns. It's about braving new ones. As the leader in alcohol and drug treatment for 75 years, we know caring for addiction, anxiety, depression, and trauma goes hand in hand. We're here for you with new tools when life breaks down. Discover your path to better mental health at hazeldenbettyford.org/Wisconsin. Sponsored by Hazelden Betty Ford Foundation.
Find furniture for life from Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield, Greenfield, or downtown Milwaukee.
Welcome back to What's on Tap on WTMJ.
My guest in the studio is probably a lot like you. Had to deal with some very serious flooding this past week. He is Chad Bauman, Ellen and Joe Chakota Executive Director of Milwaukee Repertory Theater. And you sent out a press release today. And what was that update all about for those who are just joining us?
Yeah, I think we had to address a couple of big questions, which was with such a devastating loss, particularly with a huge opening of a new building just 9 weeks away and a very ambitious season to begin with. Can we actually deliver on the season that we have announced?
And Chad, let me first the Wauwatosa production facility that you had moved all of the set pieces and you have itemized it out. 75,000 different pieces of costuming and props have been housed proactively in this newly built production facility in Wauwatosa and in preparation so that way the renovations can happen downtown.
That's exactly right, yes.
And then Sunday happened. Sunday morning, you get the call at 6 a.m. saying, we have flooding. Then you have to wait a painstaking almost 12 hours before you can even access the building because of the flooding. And for you to mention that We Energies couldn't even get to the building, that's pretty significant. So you've had a whole week of upheaval, and you've been there every single day this week.
Yes, from as long as we have crews there, I'm there. And it's incredible to watch them work. They're incredibly resilient and creative. Theater people are some of the most amazing people to work on problem solving with. And thankfully, we have a solution on developing and launching our season. So we will not be delayed on the opening of the new building. We will open it on time as scheduled.
And how many weeks away is that?
It's 9 weeks away.
Wow.
We will produce.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
because
thank you.
I've been gently teasing Mark Clements, your artistic director, ever since the groundbreaking with the shovels last year. I'm like, okay, October sounds kind of ambitious. You know how every home project is. And he was like, we've booked Bernadette Peters for the opening night. Like, that's our hard date. It's going to happen.
Yep. The show will go on and it will open on time. And that's what theater people do. And so we've got a plan to produce this season. So at this moment, nothing should be affected. Even though, for example, the set of A Christmas Carol was being stored there and it's a total loss, we have a plan to rebuild it in the next couple of months. We will be working with commercial partners both in Canada and in the southern part of the United States to get that done while we rebuild here. So
wow. When do you have to make that decision?
We made that decision today.
Wow.
So you can imagine, what is this, Thursday? So within 4 days of the event, we had sourced other production capabilities. And this production of A Christmas Carol, it took us a year to build it in 2016. So it's a massive production. But this is the 50th anniversary year. So we were not going to cancel.
You're not going to wave the white flag. I love how you talk about collaboration and that theater people really do. And it is that the show must go on. It's not an option. We will make this happen. And whatever creative solutions and rejoicing that will happen because of that accomplishment is going to make this 50th season even sweeter.
That's exactly right. I mean, the challenges you can imagine at this moment is that we are spending like a drunk sailor to make this happen. Because we have to. I mean, there's a lot of costs that are happening. So people are asking how they can help. They can obviously go to MilwaukeeRep.com/flood. You can see videos and photos there. We are a tax-deductible organization, but also buy tickets and subscribe. We want everybody to celebrate with us. This is, just one more setback, but we will overcome it. And it'll give us a much more reason to celebrate here in 9 weeks.
We love to rally around our favorites. I mean, look at us with the Brewers right now, So Milwaukee Rep, and especially the production of A Christmas Carol, is absolutely beloved and a tradition. And I think this whole community wants to see it in its beauty and its entirety, and to know that you're already working on making that happen and can make that happen because of collaboration and the support of the community is fantastic. On the WTMJ YouTube channel, if you text the word WATCH to 855-616-1620, 855-616-1620, text the word WATCH, and you can see the video that the Milwaukee Rep is showing us of just this absolute devastation. Chad, when you walked in there and saw all the water, some of it raw sewage, what's one piece that you saw that you went, oh, no, not that. Is there a beloved prop that kind of tweaked your heart?
Yeah, I think because we built the current production of A Christmas Carol soon after I started, when I was able to get into the space and see all of the props and all of the set pieces from A Christmas Carol, it really sort of broke my heart. I know how much time and effort those artists put into creating that beautiful production, and it's not something that can be easily created, but we'll get it done.
For me, I think it would be the glowing lion head door knocker.
That's right. Yes, that's
think
right.
that might make me sad, but I love that you are resilient and that you're positive and that you're coming together, because honestly, when I saw you, I wasn't sure what shape you'd be in. This is a harrowing week, but it sounds like you are energized by the rest of the Milwaukee Rep team, that you're determined, and that you also see the support from the community. So what's that website again for people to not only see this video to understand just how sobering this flooding is, but also to help out?
Yes, it's MilwaukeeRep.com/flood.
And what's the next positive thing you're looking forward to, other than a nice long shower? Are you rolling out the red carpet for Bernadette Peters? What's something that you're really looking forward to in this next
we cannot
few
wait
weeks?
to welcome Bernadette Peters to Milwaukee. She is a legend in her own right, and what a way to open a new facility, right?
Yes, absolutely. She's like the Broadway seal of approval, don't you think?
That's right. Exactly.
Chad Bauman, he is the Ellen and Joe Chakota Executive Director of Milwaukee Repertory Theater. And just even having a named executive director is one of the ways, the creative ways that we keep sustaining our arts community. So thanks to Ellen and Joe Chakota, and thanks to you for all you're doing. And please stay in touch with us so you can update us on the progress of not only the cleanup in Wauwatosa, but the renovation downtown.
And our best wishes to everybody as they clean up their houses and their businesses as well.
Thank you, Chad. And we're grateful to you and your time, and I imagine how busy the entire rep team is. So for you to stop in today, thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
And a song you can la 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 to. It's on the radio next and at the Riverside Theater tomorrow night. The band America has the song you need to hear next on What's on Tap.
When traveling at 20 miles per hour, the average stopping distance is about 40 feet.
That stopping power is calculated in both thinking and braking distance.
And assuming you've got the thinking and braking part down, the only thing left is good tires.
Just Google Richlands to schedule an appointment at any of our 5 convenient locations.
And rest assured, we'll put you in the right tire no matter what sort of vehicle you drive.
Plus, every tire purchase that we install automatically comes with our free flat tire protection plan.
5 conveniently located facilities, all AAA approved,
and all staffed by ASE certified technicians ready to install your tires.
So Google Richlands
or go to richlands.com.
And remember to be safe, buckle up, and hey, always make sure you have good tread on your tires. I'm Brett Matchke with Richlands, your
due for tire service.
Since 1964, we've changed your tires and so much more. Richlands Tire and Service, such a refreshing Refreshing change. Richlands.
Summer in Milwaukee is non-stop.
Festivals, live music, and fresh city vibes fill the season.
From world-famous cultural celebrations to hidden gem street fairs, every neighborhood is a stage, alive with handcrafted traditions, homegrown talent, and world-class entertainment.
Music, flavor,
Culture. Whenever you visit, the Cream City is ready to celebrate. This summer, don't just visit, experience Milwaukee, the city of festivals. Learn more at visitmilwaukee.org/fest.
Your first date? Going well. The carnival? Cash only. But you've got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you, with access to over 30,000 surcharge-free ATMs. So when you decide to win that giant stuffed purple raccoon at $5 a throw, we're looking out for you. No matter how many throws it takes. You've got this. With 30,000 surcharge-free ATMs from Associated Bank. See associatedbank.com/checking or ask a banker for details. Member FDIC.
Back to school means back to savings with Exterior Pros and Baths. Right now, get $3,000 off your roofing, your siding, your windows, or your bath project during the fall savings event. Don't wait. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com to claim your $3,000 savings and book your free estimate. Exterior Pros and Baths, Wisconsin's trusted home improvement experts. Trust the pros.
Brew Crew Tuesdays are back on August 19th.
Curio sends it deep to left, and there she goes.
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they battle the Chicago Cubs.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh, my goodness, third deck.
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Delta Dental of Wisconsin. Tune in August 19th at 7:05 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee or check your local listings to watch the game.
You're listening to What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx on WTMJ. And now, feast your ears. This is the song you need to hear.
Most blokes are going to be playing at 10. These go to 11.
It's a song you can sing along with tonight, and you can sing along tomorrow night at the Riverside Theater. The band America. Great harmonies and really kind of capture that, I would say, almost a California kind of sound. And George Martin, who produced the Beatles, produced the song that you're going to hear next. It is a song that you can la, 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 la with. And I was actually... It's a song you can la, 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 la with. It's Horse with No Name. You can sing along tomorrow night at the Riverside Theater with the band America and sing along now. It's What's on Tap on WTMJ.
On the first part of the journey, I was looking at all the life. There were plants and birds and rocks and things. There was sand and hills and rain. The first thing I met was a fly with a buzz and the sky with no clouds. The heat was hot and the ground was dry, but the air was full of sound. I've been through the desert on a horse with no name. It felt good to be out of the rain. In the desert, you can't remember your name, 'cause there ain't no one for to give you no pain. La 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 After 2 days in the desert sun, my skin began to turn red. After 3 days in the desert fun, I was looking at a riverbed, and the story it told of a river that flowed made me sad to think it was dead. You see, I've been through the desert on a horse with no name. It felt good to be out of the rain. In the desert, you can't remember your name, 'cause there ain't no one for to give you no pain.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
Bank 5-9 has a mission to make lives better. They make it a priority to give back to their customers, communities, and their employees. In fact, Bank 5-9 was just honored again by the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel as a top workplace. That makes 16 years in a row. Want to learn more about working with the great people at Bank 5-9? Visit bank59.com/careers. Equal Opportunity Employer, member FDIC.
We got spirit, yes we do. We got spirit, how about you?
Hi, I'm Matt Dorner, CEO of Milwaukee Downtown Bid 21. Downtown Employee Appreciation Week is back August 18th through the 22nd with daily giveaways, office challenge games, and much more. It's all designed to boost your team's spirits. Learn how your company can participate at MilwaukeeDowntown.com.
Hey, it's Jeff Sherman, host of The Upswing. Working downtown doesn't just mean being at the center of business. It means you're a part of Milwaukee's heartbeat. There are so many perks, whether it's grabbing a quick bite, catching a show after work, or connecting with people who care and share the passion for the city. And Downtown Employee Appreciation Week, August 18th through 22nd, is when it all comes alive in a special way. If you want to discover more on how you can live, work, and play right here in the heart of it all, check out MilwaukeeDowntown.com.
We ran the numbers and determined the overseas furniture makers are paying an extra 38% to package and ship their iffy furniture to the Midwest.
They're not paying it. The customer is.
That means of the $1,000 spent on a piece of iffy imported furniture, $380 of those dollars are paying for nothing that makes the product better.
But 82% of the furniture sold at Penny Mustard is made within 300 miles of us.
Swaddled in a comfy blankie and hand-delivered right here in the Midwest.
So we're able to invest that extra $380 into higher quality materials and craftsmanship.
The result is solid, sturdy, American-made furniture that lasts for generations.
Try doing that with the iffy-made furniture they make overseas.
So when you're buying new furniture, would you rather pay for low-quality, global shipping and dumpsters full of packaging?
Or would you rather spend that money on long-lasting, locally crafted furnishings?
When you shop at Penny Mustard, it adds up.
PennyMustard.com.
Protect your liver and give it the support it deserves with Active Liver from New Nordic. Find Active Liver in stores at your local CVS, Meijer Grocery, or online at Amazon or NewNordicUSA.com.
Are you tired of being tired? Go to AdventKnows.com.
Your trusted and relevant source for news, sports, traffic, and weather. We are Wisconsin's radio station. News Radio 620, WTMJ, Milwaukee.
At 7 o'clock, it's 76 degrees. Flood warnings remain in effect for Waukesha County until Saturday and Kenosha County until Sunday. Tonight, mainly clear, low of 65. Tomorrow, sunny and warmer with a high of 84. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, I'm Neil Doyle. Flood damage in Milwaukee County has exceeded $20 million. Emergency Management Director Cassandra Liebel says over 2,000 damage assessment reports have been filed following last weekend's historic floods.
Bear with us, be patient, give us grace as we collect information. This is a process that will take some time, and the first step in that is contacting 211 or submitting your information to 211.
On Wednesday, Governor Tony Evers formally requested federal aid from FEMA. President Trump must declare a disaster to trigger a federal response and allow agencies like FEMA to step in and allocate resources. The widow of a man who died after falling from a downtown Milwaukee drawbridge in 2022 has now filed a wrongful death suit against the city.
Somebody hanging from the Riverwalk?
Richard Dujardin was crossing the Kilbourne Avenue Bridge heading towards the Hilton Hotel when the bridge began to open. Dujardin then fell 20 feet to his death. Now the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel reports a suit has been filed by his widow, Rose Marie, alleging the CCTV cameras used to remotely operate the span were faulty when the bridge opened. The suit claims the operational issues date back to 2007. No one was ever charged in connection to Dujardin's death. Adam Roberts, WTMJ News.
The Wisconsin DMV has launched a new website to educate residents about ongoing scams. The agency says fake emails and texts have been sent to people across the state demanding payments and personal information. Wisconsin DMV's Tina Brady tells WTMJ.
The biggest advantage with this website is just having the screenshots on what these look like. And so if somebody receives one, they can see this looks identical to these fake scams that we have screenshots posted of, and then just what to do if you've been a victim of a scam.
We've got more details about the new scam website. It's up on our site, WTMJ.com. Former Packers president and CEO Mark Murphy is taking on a new role in the UW Green Bay Athletic Department. Murphy will be the first ever executive in residence for the Phoenix. The school says Murphy will focus on elevating the profile and strength of the athletics programs and build partnerships throughout the region. Before leading the Packers for nearly 2 decades, Murphy spent 16 years as a director of athletics for his alma mater, Colgate University, and also Northwestern University. At the White House, President Trump has ordered National Guard troops into Washington, D.C. to crack down on crime. Other big cities like Chicago are worried that they may see Guard troops in their cities. Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson says it's a bad idea.
I'm grateful that there are Democrats around the country and even reasonable Republicans who recognize that he is a threat to our democracy. He is one of the biggest threats to humanity that we've seen in an entire generation.
A president is allowed to deploy the National Guard in Washington, D.C. under the Home Rule Act for 48 hours and then extended for 30 days before congressional approval is needed. That does not apply to Chicago. And there's an anti-sunscreen movement on social media, and some dermatologists are worried that people will start thinking they don't need to use sunscreen. More from CBS's Christopher Cruz.
Skin cancer is the most common type of cancer in the U.S. The American Academy of Dermatology says 9,500 people are diagnosed with skin cancer in this country every day. One way to lessen the possibility of getting skin cancer is to use a sunscreen. Dr. Rachel Westbay is a board-certified dermatologist.
Sunscreen has been, and will remain for the foreseeable future the only evidence-backed thing that can reliably and statistically significantly reduce the risk of potentially deadly melanoma and other non-melanoma skin cancers.
Christopher Cruz, CBS News.
Sports, traffic, and weather are next. Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 7:04.
The 2025 Metro Builders Association Parade of Homes presented by Nuts. See 12 new homes by MBA Builders in 2 Menominee Falls neighborhoods, Quietwood and Bella Vista Estates. See the latest new home designs, grand finishes, and cutting-edge features in convenient subdivision locations that offer exciting opportunities to build your dream home. Don't miss the Metro Builders Association Parade of Homes, August 9th through September 1st. For tickets and hours, visit mbaparadeofhomes.com today.
Buying a new roof might not be the most exciting thing you'll do this year, but for us at Big Fish Contracting, being chosen to do that roof for you not only provides income for multiple families in southeastern Wisconsin, but has a global reach and impact around the world. To us, it's more than just a roof. We've been earning trust for over 2 decades, roofing, siding, windows, and more. Go to bigfishcontracting.com to learn how Big Fish is renovating homes and redeeming an industry.
Are you struggling with stubborn weight gain during perimenopause or menopause? It's not your fault. Your changing hormones are forcing your body to store fat, no matter how little you eat or how much you exercise. But there's hope. The Milwaukee Weight Loss Proprietary Natural Program helps restore your metabolism and reset your hormonal balance so you can finally lose the weight and keep it off. No counting calories, no prepackaged meals, no injections, just real results. Join thousands of women who've discovered how to lose 10 to 20% of their body weight in just 8 weeks to feel like themselves again. Visit MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com now to schedule your free consultation.
Hey, it's WTMJ's Steve Scafidi. I dropped 40 pounds with Milwaukee Weight Loss. No crazy workouts, no meal kits or shakes. They helped reset my metabolism, and the weight's actually stayed off. It's been a game changer for me. Many patients lose 20 to 30 pounds in a month or two. Schedule your free consultation today by calling 262-393-2334. or online at MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com.
Time for a WTMJ sports update from the Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all sports desk. Another sweep for the Brewers and their winning streak now moving on as well as they sit in first place in the NL Central. But how does the team stay motivated after winning 12 in a row? Manager Pat Murphy.
They're enjoying playing this way. They understand the responsibility at the plate. They understand that. You know, it's not the swing and the result. It's the process and become, like I always say, become emotionally attached to that and really stay in that. It's really, really hard when, you know, you see your numbers and you think of, well, what if this, and then that's where stinking thinking, you know what I mean? You just got to stay in the process and be really into it and be responsible to your teammates.
The crew will begin an 8-game road trip, and that starts tomorrow night in Cincinnati. Let's take a look at the roads with your WTMJ Time Saver traffic. Just a couple of incidents to report. There's a disabled vehicle right on the ramp from Wisconsin 175 south onto I-94 east, and then also another disabled vehicle over on the ramp from 2nd Street onto I-794 westbound. Otherwise, rest of the system looking good. Your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Flood warnings in effect still for Waukesha County until Saturday and Kenosha County until Sunday. Tonight, mainly clear, low of 65. Sunny and warmer on Friday, a high of 84 degrees. Into the weekend, partly cloudy Saturday, will be warm, humid. Chances for showers and storms, a high of 88. Kind of the same on Sunday. Cloudy, warm, humid, chances for storms, a high of 85. Could see a few showers and storms early Monday, otherwise partly sunny, a high of 82. And then could see some more rain chances Tuesday with a high of 80. In Sheboygan, it's 75 degrees. Right now, 77 in Madison, and it's 76 degrees here in Milwaukee. I'm Neil Doyle, Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 7:08.
Your need-to-know cultural snapshot of Wisconsin and beyond. This is What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee. A deep dive into all things intriguing, riveting, and entertaining. Now, here's your host, Sandy Maxx.
Thank you for joining me for this second hour of What's on Tap before we get to Brewers Weekly. Yes, this is that week where we want to lean all the way into the Brewers fun, and I will be telling you in just a couple of moments not only how to get your free hamburger at George Webb's, if you aren't up to date on that, and also leaning all the way into the Bob Uecker tribute game. The Brewers released some information about what they have planned for that August 24th game, so I'll get you updated on that. But also in this hour, find out about a free music program this summer called It's Alive Milwaukee from Pabst Theater Group's Gary Witt and Amber Solheim. And like I said, we got baseball on the brain, but there's also an artful, accessible celebration at the Cactus Club in Bayview that's coming up Wednesday, and I want to share it with you. It's the end of a long journey for the Cactus Club that includes Jack White stepping up. He's the musician who's about to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame with his duo, the White Stripes, and he performed a surprise show at the Cactus Club last fall, and has good connections here. He's a Michigander, but has good connections here in the Wisconsin music community. So find out more about the Cactus Club at 7:35, and before 8, you have the chance to win free tickets to see Morgan Freeman Symphonic Experience. This is going to be a really unique, impressive event. Morgan Freeman, the Academy Award-winning actor, will be here. He will be on stage pretty much as your musical tour guide through a style of music he loves, blues music, but also performed by the Milwaukee Symphony Orchestra. So your chance is coming up about half an hour to win those free tickets. But first, Burgers and Brewers. Tell your friends, get it together. George Webb is coming through as they promised they would, and they are delivering free hamburgers now that the Milwaukee Brewers have hit that 12-game winning streak, and it's just been so much fun and a buzz of excitement. If you want to catch up on a fun podcast, listen to last night's What's on Tap from Milwaukee Night Market, because I knew I would see people in Brewers gear happy and high-fiving each other. Did I think I'd see a man literally dressed as a hamburger?
I'm Hamburger Man!
I did not, but he was full of joy and a whole lot of fun, and captured that spirit of Brewers and Burgers in one person. So you can go back and listen to that podcast on What's on Tap, or even I would highly suggest going back and watching the WTMJ YouTube channel from last night's broadcast. He was a lot of fun.
Burgers!
So if you are all about the burgers, like Burger Man, who didn't really tell me his name, he just literally leaned into the character of Burger Man. He, I got to think, is making his plans for Wednesday, August 20th, from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. That is when all 23 George Webb locations are going to be giving away free burgers. I think it's one per person, so don't get excited. Don't try and get an armful. But they're coming through, and you'll get it with the lettuce and tomato and pickles. And they will have, on the 20th, a limited menu on giveaway day with great deals on extra burgers, fries, and drinks. If you are thinking, hold on, Sandy, that sounds great, and I love to be part of this celebration, that does not work for my schedule. Ha-ha. Starting tomorrow, you can stop by at George Webb Restaurant and get a voucher so that we can go back and get the burger at your leisure. So if you can stop by at George Webb tomorrow and get your voucher. Now, I have been asking on the Siding Unlimited WTMJ Talk and Text line, 855-616-1620, are you in? Are you going to go get a burger or a voucher? And 414 texted in, I am totally going to get the voucher tomorrow, probably at the one in Oconomowoc. And then Peter texted in, he didn't bother going for burgers in 1987. He got several vouchers in 2018 from a location that generously let people have more than one voucher, but couldn't use it because he was out of town during the redemption dates. So Peter is going back tomorrow to get a voucher, hoping to use August 25th through 29th as announced on TV. So that's if you get your voucher, it sounds like you have those dates. So I think it's fun. Hey, Brian Kelly, are you in on a free burger?
In theory, yes, but I've worked in restaurants so long that all it does is trigger anxiety for me.
Oh, no,
I'm just
you have to make all the burgers?
Well, not to make all the burgers, but just, to manage all of that situation. That's a lot. Like I only think about the logistics of it and not necessarily the enjoyment of the burger, which I think is a fantastic idea, by the way. It's just... It triggers my anxiety.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry. That's we can find ways around that, but I totally get that. Yeah, like when you're on that end of the production, there's not a lot of joy.
Yeah, well, mostly because I've been the server that's like, oh, you want a burger too? That's so great. Yay.
Aw, well, if I get a voucher, do you want it?
Okay.
If they'll give me more than one, okay. And so George Webb locations, if you're like, when's the last time I drove by a George Webb and looked at the two clocks in the window? Brookfield, Cedarburg, Franklin, Germantown, Greenfield, Hales Corners, a few in Milwaukee, even walking distance from 3rd Street Market Hall here. New Berlin, Oconomowoc, Peshtigo, Racine, Waukesha, Tosa. Of course, West Allis has a couple. One of my fond ones there. 2 on Greenfield. And also West Bend. So you can find a George Webb near you, and maybe be nice if you're if you don't want the free burger, pick up a voucher and give it to someone who does. A busy Brewers fan. So I think that's a lot of fun. Siding Unlimited, WTMJ Talk and Text line 855-616-1620. Let me know if you're getting a voucher or a burger, or if you just can't be bothered. I'm interested in your opinion. And I do want to share with you that the Bob Uecker tribute game, it's a celebration Sunday, August 24th. It's a day game. And Brewers have announced that there are numerous surprises planned for the day, and they encourage you to get there early on game day, August 24th, because there are going to be one-of-a-kind Uecker memorabilia on display on each level of the ballpark. So you can browse some of the treasures from Uecker memorabilia. I have a VHS cassette. I should maybe donate it of one of his sports specials. But the gates will open at 10:30 on the 24th, and fans are encouraged to be in their seats no later than 12:15, and nearly an hour before the first pitch, because Bob Costas, his longtime friend and broadcasting legend, is going to host a very special live pregame show. Special guests from throughout Bob's life are going to participate in the program, and also they'll be featured in-game in activities and interviews. And get your souvenir, because there will be a limited edition retail collection honoring Bob Uecker at all the retail locations. And an artist named Ryan Duggan, he's based out of Chicago. He's done a lot of cool concert posters. Well, he has created a special poster that is going to reference Ueck's iconic taglines, his baseball career, and his career as a worldwide celebrity.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the rocket ride.
Bob Uecker. And singing the national anthem. If you ever watched Mr. Belvedere, the TV show, Eileen Graff will sing. She played Marcia Cameron Owens. And there will be the Uecker Memorial uniform patch returning for one day. And one more fun thing about the Uecker tribute game on August 24th, that the 50-50 raffle, all the charitable proceeds will benefit charities particularly supported by Uke throughout his career. And I will tell you that I was sniffing around. I'm like, is there still a ticket? Can I get in? Is it completely sold out? Or will I be this?
Just a bit outside.
No, there are single seats, but I'm telling you, the ones that I was looking at up in the 400 level, they're usually obstructed view. But if it's a railing, doesn't matter if you're going to be there. So if you are even remotely interested in going to the August 24th Bob Uecker celebration game, jump on that tonight, because that game is going to sell out. And I don't know if they'll do standing room only tickets, but it sounds like a lot of fun. Lots happening this weekend in Wisconsin. How to make the most of your weekend at a few festivals that I can suggest. That's next on What's on Tap.
Think of your experienced quality electrician for remodels or smaller projects like replacing fixtures or fluorescent lights to LED, electric car charging port installs, and electric panel swap outs. Codes are about to change that require a more expensive breaker. Quality can help. And for a power outage, count on lightning fast emergency service.
Call Quality for the signature service you deserve.
Call Quality. Heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric. Nobody likes it when their old water heater sings its last song. But if there's a positive side to it, say you upgrade now with a tankless water heater. That means instant hot water on demand. Those old water heaters aren't exactly efficient either, but you ride them as long as you can. And when they can't do the job anymore, call Quality. Whether it's drain cleaning, snaking, or taking care of a leaky pipe or faucet.
Call Quality for the signature service you deserve.
Call Quality. Heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric.
This week on What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx, your chance to win tickets to a meaningful musical night. You could win 2 tickets to Morgan Freeman's Symphonic Blues Experience with the Milwaukee Symphony Orchestra. Morgan Freeman will be there in person with his unmistakable voice and undeniable passion for the blues to take you on this soulful storytelling journey. Morgan Freeman's Symphonic Blues Experience with the MSO, November 2nd at the Riverside Theater. Tickets on sale now at PabstTheaterGroup.com. Tune into What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx this week from 6 to 8 for your chance to win.
When it rains, it pours. But sometimes it hails. Or worse.
That tornado warning again is for Fond du Lac and Dodge County. We also have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect right now.
Keep us within reach for Fleet Farm Storm Team alerts.
Even if a tornado does not touch down, we know that there are powerful straight line winds.
On 620 WTMJ and WTMJ.com. This is What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx.
We have lots to look forward to this weekend in Wisconsin, squeezing out every moment of summer. There are several festivals to have fun, including one of our favorite ethnic festivals, Irish Fest at the Henry Meyer Festival grounds. Summerfest grounds right there on the lakefront. And this, if you have never been, I highly recommend it. And tonight is the Grand Huli preview, but if you're missing out, don't worry. It's like 3 stages, and it's a preview of what's to come. But full festival in effect Friday, Saturday, and Sunday with 18 stages of nonstop music and dance and cultural programming. And if you missed yesterday's conversation with Melissa Ward, she's with Celtic MKE, the nonprofit organization that puts on Irish Fest. And Melissa, man, she just kept rattling off more and more and more cool things, whether it's kids getting free, 12 and under, and there are 2 stages of kids entertainment. There's hurling that you can try out, like kind of a bat and a ball sport, and then there are going to be wooden boat races on the water. There's a lot to enjoy, and my pick is the big Skerryvore 20th anniversary show. They're a Scottish Celtic band, but they chose to have their 20th anniversary show right here at Irish Fest in Milwaukee, partially because they feel like Irish Fest here kind of helped them launch their career. So we really have an international reputation for the Irish Fest we have here. And there'll be the Celtic Pipe and Drum, Trinity Irish Dancers, Red Hot Chili Pipers are all part of the loads of special guests that are part of Skerryvore's 20th anniversary show. And of course, you can nosh on good Irish food like bangers and mash and meat pies. You can sip on Jameson slushies and specialty beers. Water Street Brewery has made some flavored stouts to enjoy. So Irish Fest, irishfest.com, or like I said, check out the podcast from What's on Tap last night to get a great rundown. And also happening, art lovers, chalk in real time at the Museum of Wisconsin Art in West Bend. It is the 8th annual Art and Chalk Fest, and you can see artists, about 20 professional chalk artists, transforming the entire museum parking lot into these masterpieces. And I'm pretty much a stick figure gal when it comes to drawing on the driveway kind of a thing. Man, the colors and the textures, and sometimes these artists can create like a 3D effect where you can look like you're walking down into something, but it's a flat surface. It's wonderful. It's free. It's outdoors. It includes free admission to the Museum of Wisconsin Art as well, and you can also shop with other art exhibitors, and they do have a live music stage. DJ Shauna is going to be performing Saturday. Yes, that DJ Shauna, the official DJ of the Milwaukee Bucks. So you've got free art making experiences. So wisconsinart.org is the website if you want to get in on MOA's Art and Chalk Fest on Saturday and Sunday. And other things going on. I love this. I got to have a bluegrass artist in the studio with me last year, and I'm so happy that the Bluegrass Festival in Cudahy is an annual event. It's happening on Saturday in Pulaski Park, just on Swift Avenue in Cudahy, and live music from bands like the Bluegrass All-Stars, who you're hearing here, KR Bluegrass, Genesee Ridge. Just bring a lawn chair, hang out at this free Bluegrass in the Park festival. Cudahy Lions Club be selling food and beverages. Got some raffles that will support Friends of Pulaski Park and their efforts to keep beautifying the park with trees and other projects. So that's the Bluegrass in the Park Festival Saturday in Cudahy. And then you've also got, if you like music and food, Zoo a la carte is this weekend. 6 stages with local and national acts, and all the music is included with your admission. Philip Phillips, if you remember him from, gosh, was that American Idol that he was part of? He's headlining tonight, and this is one of those absolutely summery songs. Los Lonely Boys are headlining Zoo a la carte tomorrow night. Country music from Low Cash headlining on Saturday. Over 40 food and beverage vendors, though, from all kinds of cuisines. Lumpia City is new this year, as is Taco Caja and Tiki Bubble. And yep, you can stroll around and see the animals and enjoy the animal encounters and attractions at Zoo a la carte. And from Zoo a la carte to racing carts, River West is one of our most unique neighborhoods. And in River West on Saturday, Center Street Days. This is a full day on Saturday on Center Street. Very logical, between Holton and Humboldt. And it's the 27th year of what really started as a block party, but now it's a big street festival with the usual like vendors, but with really creative, interesting offerings. And I think at noon is when the Art Cart Parade and Cart Race begins. So you've got groups of people who've gotten creative and created carts out of all sorts of things, whether it's an old bathtub or a cardboard box. You can appreciate people's creativity and see them racing down Center Street. There's also a Dead Man's Carnival, a roving magician, and a hat pressing experience at Ebb and Flow. Things you can't do at every other festival. So check out Center Street Days on Center Street on Saturday. Find yourself with some fun this weekend. And I'm excited now because you're just a few moments away from free tickets to see an Academy Award-winning actor share the history of his very favorite style of music with you here in Milwaukee in November. Stay with me for your chance to win next.
At Hazelden Betty Ford, treating mental health isn't just about breaking old patterns. It's about braving new ones. As the leader in alcohol and drug treatment for 75 years, we know caring for addiction, anxiety, depression, and trauma goes hand in hand. We're here for you with new tools when life breaks down. Discover your path to better mental health at hazeldenbettyford.org/Wisconsin. Sponsored by Hazelden Betty Ford Foundation.
I'm Sandy Maxx with WTMJ, and if you're looking for a job, there are some incredible career opportunities with my friends at 3 Pillars Senior Living Communities in Dousman. 3 Pillars is ranked best in continuing care, assisted and independent living in Wisconsin, and it's also certified Great Place to Work. And they are hiring caregivers within their assisted living and memory care communities, full and part-time, day or evening shifts, and starting at $20 per hour, but you could get more based on your experience and shifts. The best part, you'll make a difference in the lives of others every day at 3 Pillars. Go to 3pillars.org, click on that careers tab to learn more.
Here at Rich Lawns, we offer both comfort service and expert service.
Our comfort service comes with movie theater popcorn, hot gourmet coffee, upfront pricing, on-time scheduling, plus anything else we can do to keep you comfortable.
Put that on top of honest service from the most friendliest, hard-working people you'll ever meet inside a tire and service center, and well, we'd like to believe we're on the right track to meeting your expectations.
But when your check engine light, tire light, or any other light screams, "Service me," well, that means you're due for our other type of service.
Our expert service. Tires, brakes, belts, mufflers, transmissions, and even engine repair.
Come on into Richlands and put our expert service to the test.
And while you're relaxing, enjoy our comfort services too. I'm Brett Matchke with Richlands, your
due for service.
Since 1964, we've changed your tires and so much more. Richlands Tire and Service, such a refreshing change. Richlands.
Save big on your next painting project at Menards. Pristine Exterior is Dutch Boy's most durable exterior paint. With its rain rinse technology, rain naturally washes away dirt and grime. Plus, it resists cracking and peeling, making it perfect to withstand the harshest weather conditions. Save big money on Pristine Exterior paint and start your painting project today. Plus, check out our weekly flyer on menards.com for more great deals happening this week.
Save big money at Menards.
Get the help you need Saturday morning with How To Radio. At 7, it's the WTMJ Fix It Show with David Nason, featuring this week's guest, Siding Unlimited. At 9, plan your dream vacation with the Fox World Travel Show. At 10, get financial guidance during Money Talk. Contact Annex Wealth Management for an unbiased review of your investments at annexwealth.com. How To Radio, Saturday mornings on WTMJ. What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx is back on WTMJ.
And I have your chance to win tickets to experience Morgan Freeman's Symphonic Blues Experience with the Milwaukee Symphony Orchestra, November 2nd at the Riverside Theater. This song, Sam Cooke, Bring It On Home to Me, it is one of the 16 songs that will be performed. It's just going to be incredible. You can get your tickets at pabstheatergroup.com. But if you're hearing about this for the first time, it is Academy Award winner Morgan Freeman who will be here, and he loves this blues music and is a scholar in it. And so he will be here. Morgan Freeman's Symphonic Blues Experience, a soul-stirring odyssey through the heart of the Mississippi Delta where the blues were born. Guided by the legendary voice and presence of Academy Award winner Morgan Freeman, it's an immersive musical experience fusing the raw, aching power of authentic Delta blues with the grandeur of a symphony orchestra. It really creates a soundscape that is both deeply rooted and breathtakingly expansive. This is your chance to win tickets for this masterful cinematic experience. Morgan Freeman, Riverside Theater, November 2nd. 16 songs on this list, including Blind Willie Johnson, Robert Johnson, B.B. King, even Ray Charles and Albert King are on this set list. 16 songs, so caller 16 on the Siding Unlimited WTMJ talk and text line 855-616-1620. Caller 16 at 855-616-1620. Love to treat you to a pair of tickets to Morgan Freeman's Symphonic Blues Experience with the Milwaukee Symphony Orchestra, November 2nd at the Riverside Theater. We go now to the WTMJ talk and text line. No, we go now to the WTMJ Breaking News Center. Here is Neil Doyle.
Thank you, Sandy. One person is in the hospital after a car crashed into a Milwaukee County Transit bus. Authorities say it happened just after 8 o'clock this morning near 6th Street and Wisconsin Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. The car ran a red light and hit the right side of the bus, pushing it into traffic where it then hit a van. The driver of the van was taken to the hospital for their injuries. The driver of the first car was given a citation. Two deadly shootings just hours apart on Milwaukee's north side. The first happened just after 4:30 p.m. Wednesday near 46th and Clark. A 23-year-old died from gunshot injuries, which police are calling a homicide. Then just about 3 hours later, another 23-year-old was shot and killed just blocks away near 42nd and Hope. The suspects in both of those shootings remain at large. And mark your calendars for next Wednesday, August 20th. That's going to be the official day to get your free burger from George Webb Restaurants to help celebrate the Brewers' 12-game winning streak. The giveaway will be available that day from 2 to 6 p.m. at all 23 of George Webb's locations. For those that don't want to wait in line the day of the giveaway, you can get a voucher for the free burger starting this Friday. The giveaway has only happened 2 other times, back in 1987 and in 2018. Let's take a look at the roads with your WTMJ Time Saver traffic. Just a couple of incidents to report. I-41 northbound, just beyond the ramp from Good Hope Road. The left shoulder is blocked there due to a crash. And then also still a disabled vehicle right on the ramp from 2nd Street onto I-794 West. Otherwise, rest of the system's looking good. Time for your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Still those flood warnings in effect for Waukesha County until Saturday and also Kenosha County until Sunday. Tonight will be mainly clear, a low of 65. Tomorrow, sunny and a little bit warmer, a high of 84 degrees. So we get into the weekend, Saturday, partly cloudy, warm and humid, and we'll see chances for showers and storms, high of 88. And then kind of the same Sunday, cloudy, warm, and humid. Chances for thunderstorms with a high of 85. Into early next week, we'll see some shower and storm chances early Monday, otherwise partly sunny, a high of 82. And then we could see some rain on Tuesday with a high of 80. In Green Bay, it's 73 degrees. Right now, 74 in Kenosha, and it's 76 degrees in Milwaukee. I'm Neil Doyle, Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 7:33.
With an ever-changing inventory, you never know what great bargains you're going to be able to find at St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores. It makes shopping fun because the best finds are the ones you had no idea you'd even come across. And when they're at thrift store prices, it feels good. And it feels even better to know you're helping us help others. Shop St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores on Highway 100 in Layton and Greenfield, 23rd in Lincoln, and 76th and Bradley Road in Milwaukee.
You're gonna love it, St. Vincent de Paul.
Back to school means back to savings with Exterior Pros and Baths. Right now, get $3,000 off your roofing, your siding, your windows, or your bath project during the fall savings event. Don't wait. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com to claim your $3,000 savings and book your free estimate. Exterior Pros and Baths, Wisconsin's trusted home improvement experts. Trust the pros.
Here's the secret no one's telling you about those trendy weight loss shots. Many people gain the weight back after stopping, but there's a better way. Using the Milwaukee Weight Loss proprietary natural-based program, we've helped thousands of people not just lose weight, but keep it off long-term. You can lose up to 10 to 20% of your body weight in just 8 weeks while protecting your muscle mass. No side effects, no rebounds. Ready to transform your body for life? You can do this. Schedule your free consultation today at MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com.
Hey, it's WTMJ's Steve Scafidi. I dropped 40 pounds with Milwaukee Weight Loss. No crazy workouts, no meal kits or shakes, and definitely no meds or injections. They helped reset my metabolism, and the weights actually stayed off. It's been a game changer for me. Many patients lose 20 to 30 pounds in a month or two. Schedule your free consultation today by calling 262-393-2334. One more time, 262-393-2334. Or online at MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com. That's MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com.
Hey, boaters! Where else are you going to find weather stripping for a 77 Carver? That's what he said, and I don't know the answer to that one, but he sure was glad he found it here. I'm Dave Doro with Kendor Marine, and when it comes to boat parts and supplies, we have it all. If you're a boater and you need it, we got it. And that's why you got to get here. Boaters in the know exactly where to go. Kendor Marine, 57th and Ryan Road in Franklin.
Hey, boaters! Cruise to Kendor Marine. We got everything you need but the water.
KendorMarine.com.
Hey, boaters!
Inexperienced boaters are more than welcome here, because at Kendor Marine you'll find all the answers to your questions on parts, installation, troubleshooting, and the best part is, when we figure out what you need, we can grab it from our massive inventory of boat parts and supplies that no one around can match. I'm Dave Doro, and boaters in the know exactly where to go. Kendor Marine, 57th and Ryan Road in Franklin.
Hey, boaters! Cruise to Kendor Marine. We got everything you need but the water.
KendorMarine.com.
Welcome back to What's on Tap on WTMJ.
What's on Tap, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee. Handcrafted, homegrown, world-class. Discover more at visitmilwaukee.org. Roll with the changes. That is REO Speedwagon. I don't know if you realize that Kevin Cronin of REO Speedwagon is going to be in town Sunday, August 24th at American Family Insurance Amphitheater. It's a tour called Brotherhood of Rock with Styx in their entirety, and Kevin Cronin, who's the singer and a lot of writer behind a lot of REO Speedwagon songs and hits. Also Don Felder of the Eagles. That is Sunday, August 24th at American Family Insurance Amphitheater. And something else rolling with the changes, Cactus Club in Bayview. And not because they were told to, it's because they want to. They are about to unveil a new accessibility ramp that has had quite a journey. On Wednesday, it's a special event, and this ramp, it's artful, makes the club accessible, and it's been a long time coming. And it is Jack White, a soon-to-be Rock and Roll Hall of Famer, who really helped tip in this project and make it happen. They've been working on this for a while. So the event is Wednesday from 4 to 8 at the Cactus Club, and it's a special ramp party. How many of those can you say you've been to? But this is really important. It's celebrating this completion of this accessibility upgrade, and I'm really happy about this. If you've ever been to the Cactus Club, it's just a little white kind of shotgun building. It's a great club, and nearly 140-year-old legacied structure, and it had no legal requirement for accessibility upgrades. But Kelsey Kaufman started this project when she took over the Cactus Club in 2020 and evolved it from just a music venue into an arts collective. And now, as much as she wanted to do this, there was really not a lot of city or state level support for accessibility projects unless it's a residential facility or you're a service provider. But she finds this really important, so that way more and more people can enjoy music and creativity. So Kelsey Kaufman started the Cactus Plus Accessibility Initiative. So there's infrastructure upgrades with artist support and community programming, and they received a Wisconsin Special Projects grant from the Ruth Foundation for the Arts last year, and then held some benefit concerts. So in order to get a 26-foot ramp to the door, the initial estimate in 2021 was $60,000. Well, that doubled because there was a water main expansion, there was some structural engineering, architectural drawings, there was a curb bump out, and permitting. Is going to be an accessible stage and bathrooms and green room and a lower bar ordering area to really think, so you can wheel up there. So it's a really thoughtful process that the Cactus Club is going into or celebrate. And Kate Klingbeil is the artist. She saved hundreds of Lake Michigan Club on their accessibility initiatives and making this a community project and a collaborative project and making creativity even more accessible to everyone within the Cactus Club building. And it's a Wednesday from 4 to 6 at the Cactus Club. Circle that on your calendar if you want to be part of that celebration. And our Milwaukee music scene, it ranges from the smaller indie venues like the Cactus Club in Bayview, X-Ray Arcade in Cudahy, Linneman's, River West Inn, Shank Hall on the east side. Happy birthday to owner Peter Jess today. And dozens of spots to enjoy music. And the Pabst Theater Group, the biggest organization booking performances in Milwaukee, they are supporting local free music happening this summer. Find out why busking is important to the area music scene and who you can see performing next on What's on Tap.
My gut tells me that this summer heat's gonna last, and that means your AC's gonna be put through the paces. Now, we all know that AC can take a licking and keep on ticking, especially if it's an Armstrong. But when yours needs to be put out to pasture, call Quality. With over 70 vehicles on the road, we'll be there in a hurry. And with over 60 years of experience, how can you go wrong?
Call Quality for the signature service you deserve.
Call Quality. Heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric. Think of your experienced Quality electrician for remodels or smaller projects like replacing fixtures or fluorescent lights to LED, electric car charging port installs, and electric panel swap outs. Codes are about to change that require a more expensive breaker. Quality can help. And for a power outage, count on lightning fast emergency service.
Call Quality for the signature service you deserve.
Call Quality. Heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric.
Now that you're ready to purchase a new bike, do yourself a solid by stopping by one of our Wheel and Sprocket stores to test ride an electric bike better known today as an e-bike. And let me tell you, these bikes are a game changer because you can ride a whole lot further without even breaking a sweat. We're talking 20 to 50 miles on a single charge. So even riding uphill comes with tons of thrills. But before you decide, stop by any of our Wheel and Sprocket locations first and let us explain in detail what e-bikes are all about. And once you're here, you'll find rows and rows of bikes in a bunch of different styles and colors for you to see, touch, feel, and even test ride. After all, here at Wheel and Sprocket, we love bikes, which is why bikes are all we do.
Visit wheelandsprocket.com for a location near you.
I'm Amelia Kegel with Wheel and Sprocket. Life is short. Enjoy your ride.
It's there all day, and it never goes away. I hate pain. It robs us of so much. But if you take action today, your pain could be gone tomorrow. Because at Rejuvenex, we harness the power of Toradol and hyaluronic acid to calm the inflammation and cushion joints. Rejuvenex treatments are safe, they're FDA approved, and in most cases, insurance, including Medicare and Medicaid, pays for them. At as low as $65 per injection per joint, our treatments are affordable. It's not a gimmick. It's pharmacological medicine administered in office in a simple and convenient manner. And with it, our patients have been able to avoid risky surgery and begin to stop the onset of arthritis. I'm Rejuvenex founder Richard Salinas, and here we've made pain treatment as easy and affordable as it can be.
Alleviate your pain, rejuvenate your life.
Go to rejuvenex.com to request your free pain evaluation.
You're listening to What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx on WTMJ.
That is the sound of the Violent Femmes, one of Milwaukee's beloved bands. They have announced a second show October 19th at the Riverside Theater. Their first show, October 18th, sold out pretty darn immediately. So if you're interested in seeing the Violent Femmes, October 19th at the Riverside, I'd say jump on getting those tickets. And Violent Femmes had a storied, the lore goes that they were busking on the streets of Milwaukee and were discovered. So, you know, that gritty, fun, accessible music that can just be on a sidewalk is really part of our tapestry here in Milwaukee. And the Pabst Theater Group's president and CEO, Gary Witt, and booking manager Amber Solheim, they are two people at the core of our local concert scene. They book hundreds of shows by local and worldwide entertainers at 6 different venues: Pabst Theater, Riverside Theater, Turner Hall Ballroom, the Fitzgerald, and Vivarium. They also help bookings at Fiserv Forum and UW Milwaukee Panther Arena. Now, Gary Witt and Amber Solheim also see the importance of free music performances by folks on the street, and they are passionate about creating a music scene in Milwaukee that elevates talent that can be done outside of buildings in those public spaces. 2 summers ago, the Pabst Theater Group started hosting a free music series on the Riverwalk downtown called It's Alive Milwaukee. And busking is that act of performing live in public, usually for tips or donations, tossing in a hat or a guitar case. And Gary and Amber agree that busking is important to create a vibrant music scene and be a platform for aspiring artists. So Gary and Amber, they were nice. They invited me for a meaningful musical conversation about the Milwaukee music scene in the cool upstairs green room dining area at the Riverside. And Amber jumped right in to describe the 3rd annual It's Alive Milwaukee.
Yeah, It's Alive is kind of a small singular step, not even solution, but just item that we can do in order to kind of speak into existence the things that we want to see in the city.
So Amber, since you've curated and continue to this series that goes all the way through August, who are a couple of standout performers that you're looking forward to?
Yeah, well, it's like Blacktop Music. We have Cooge, who's the magician. And then we also have Gunnar Schmitz, who is going to close out the series at the end of the summer on August 29th.
What kind of style is Gunnar Schmitz?
He is an amazing guitar player and is also a part of the band Maxx and the Fellow Travelers, which is an up-and-coming like country band in Milwaukee. So we're really excited to have all of them.
Gary, who are a couple that you're looking forward to?
So I want to say that Amber's done such an amazing job when we originally began this, and took on the responsibility of kind of herding cats of trying to first convince people that we weren't going to ask them to do it for free, you know, but also trying to
the famous line of, but do it for exposure. And every artist says, yes, you can die of exposure.
We don't ever believe in that. But more importantly, like the logistics involved. And look, people have to show up at a certain time. There might have to be power for some people. You know, we get our stage crew involved. Amber has really done a wonderful job of making this seem seamless and making it possible. And I also want to say that Visit Milwaukee is such a great partner for us to work with. They really believe in making not only their core job of bringing people in from around the outside of Milwaukee and Wisconsin, but more importantly, they work incredibly hard to make Milwaukee better as a place to visit. And I think that this program is a perfect example of that. And I really think, that Josh and Alex, especially, who really pushed to make this possible, are such great partners for us, and we really want to thank them, as well as Amber, for the great job that she's done. So we're very appreciative of that.
One band, though, that you want to see. Can't wiggle out of it.
You know that my favorite band last year, oddly enough, was our tech director at Turner Hall Ballroom, who came out, played solo guitar, Grateful Dead music for
3 hours.
And I don't think he cared if anyone ever showed up. He was happy with the echo in the alley, because he played by the riverside, and the echo in the alley of his Dead music playing might have been the greatest moment in his life. So I'm going to go with Ben Perlstein.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Is Ben on this year's list?
Not yet, but we have a few slots open.
I think Ben will end up on this list.
We'll give him a shot.
Yeah.
Where's the best place to go to get the updated list of performers for It's Alive?
Visit Milwaukee's website has everything listed on there, on their calendar, and then there's also a specific It's Alive page as well that will give all the information.
And it was such a pleasure to get to talk with both of them. We had a really hearty conversation. So to get even more insights, catch up on the What's on Tap podcast with Pabst Theater Group's Gary Witt and Amber Solheim. And so that was a chat that we had at the beginning of the summer. And to update you on some of the performers that you could see, there's music happening right now at Milwaukee Public Market. And then tomorrow at Lakefront Brewery. On Monday, Acoustic Blue outside the Riverside Theater with blues and rock and folk and harmonies there. And next Thursday at the Milwaukee Public Market, Hildegard Deja Vu. And if you don't know about Hildegard, sniff around a little bit. She was a sensation here in Milwaukee and is part of the Whammy Hall of Fame. So it's kind of that jazz and swing style of music. So Hildegard Deja Vu next Thursday at Milwaukee Public Market. Also, you'll find music outside the Bronze Fonz. And someone else to circle on your calendar, Carmen Nickerson, is going to be performing as part of It's Alive Milwaukee on August 28th at Milwaukee Public Market. She won Whammy Female Vocalist of the Year, and she's been in our music circles for a long time and collaborated with Willie Porter. So definitely, and Carmen can sing jazz. She can sing indie. She's very versatile. She's great. Carmen Nickerson, August 28th at Milwaukee Public Market. And then as you heard Amber there, one of her highlights is Gunnar Schmitz wrapping up It's Alive on August 29th at Lakefront Brewery, that Americana kind of country sound. So again, dig up visitmilwaukee.org and you'll find the It's Alive listings, and go to the What's on Tap podcast so you can hear that full conversation, because Gary Witt has been very active in our music scene for over 20 years now and has strong opinions that come from a passion and a love for our city. How can you get to know one of the abstract artists at a hotel in the heart of our city? Find out next on What's on Tap.
While you rest on the weekends, we work for you. Wisconsin's Weekend Morning News with Libby Collins. The latest in news.
My head's reeling about this home invasion last night. 2 kids were home.
Entertainment.
He has been playing around Milwaukee for decades, and he's played with anybody who's come through. That's the interesting thing.
And more.
We've also got a pocket neighborhood in Grafton. What do you mean by a pocket neighborhood?
Every Sunday morning starting at 8 on WTMJ.
So he said to me, "Boy, oh boy, do you got the boulders." And I said, "You betcha." And he said, "Do you mind if I cherry pick?" And I said, "Feel free. They're all beautiful, and they're all granite. Sparkling pinks, blues, and grays from 4 to 36 inches. And they're all priced right, because we buy direct from the source nationwide to give you the look you want." Erickson's Landscape Supply. High-quality mulch and stone for a whole lot less. Commercial or residential, visit ericksonslandscapesupply.com to see our entire selection. Well, if you need flagstone for your new natural patio, Erickson's is the place to find it. We have the largest selection and 15 styles to choose from. And for decorative stone, Erickson's is your best choice. Our decorative stone is trucked in from all over the country. We buy straight from the quarry and cut out the middleman to keep your prices nice and low. Erickson's Landscape Supply. High-quality mulch and stone for a whole lot less. Commercial or residential, visit ericksonslandscapesupply.com to see our entire selection.
An official message from Medicare.
I turned 65 this year. I knew it was time to figure out Medicare, and I had questions, like when to enroll and how to enroll. So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Hi, this is Julie Coombs and Cindy Stormfisher with Stormfisher Investment Group. Are you a retiring professional worried about the direction of our economy, about making your money last? Come see what we can do for you. Let us show you how we take care of you to help you have a great retirement. We are at 262-796-8400 or stormfisher.com. See you soon.
Securities offered through Osaic Wealth Inc. Member FINRA SIPC. Advisory services offered through Osaic Advisory Services LLC. Osaic Advisory. Osaic Wealth and Osaic Advisory are separately owned, and other entities and/or marketing names, products, and services referenced here are independent of Osaic Wealth and Osaic Advisory.
This is What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx.
Welcome back to What's on Tap. I am Sandy Maxx, and the name Megan Woodard Johnson. If you listen to What's on Tap, you go, oh, she's been in your studio a couple of times. She is the artist in residence at St. Kate, the Arts Hotel, and we've gotten a chance to spend some time with her and get to know her. She's an abstract artist. And abstract art is subjective. Everybody sees and feels something different. And Megan Woodard Johnson, artist in residence at St. Kate, the Arts Hotel, is going to be the guest on WTMJ Conversations with Libby Collins on Sunday at 11. And in this little excerpt, Megan Woodard Johnson tells Libby Collins her reaction to the way others relate to her abstract art.
Do you ever have someone look at something and they'll tell you what they see, and it's so far removed from anything you could have ever conceived?
Yeah, like, sometimes there's pieces that I feel like are very just warm and happy energy, and other people will think they're darker, or they bring together a totally different mood for them, something like a struggle. There's a lot of motion in my paintings. The brush marks go every which way, and there's splatters, all sorts of stuff. So it's always interesting to me when colors evoke something different in somebody else than they do for me. I might have thought, oh, that feels like a cool afternoon on the patio, and they feel like it's like moving through a dark forest or something like that. But it doesn't make me question what I've made.
She is Megan Woodard Johnson, artist in residence at St. Kate, the Arts Hotel, and she will explain her inspiration and technique to WTMJ's Libby Collins this Sunday at 11 on WTMJ Conversations. Glad that she's going to get to dig in even deeper with her artistic process. I am Sandy Maxx. Thank you so much to all of my guests, including Milwaukee County Federated Library System's Deb Merritt, who's also an artist, and also Chad Bauman, the Ellen and Joe Chakota Executive Director of Milwaukee Repertory Theater, for taking time out of digging out of the mess that is at their Wauwatosa production facility and spending time to update us on the cleanup process. And the show will go on at Milwaukee Rep. So big thank you to them. Catch up on the What's on Tap podcast. And for all of us Brewers fans, get your voucher tomorrow at George Webb. If you can't be there to stand in line for your free hamburger on Wednesday, August 20th, from 2 to 6. That is the official Pick Up and Eat Your Burger Day, but you can go to George Webb starting tomorrow to get a voucher for a free hamburger to eat at your leisure. Next is Brewers Weekly with Dom Cotroneo after the WTMJ News. I am Sandy Maxx. Thanks for listening, and tell a friend about What's on Tap, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios.